We have a strong family history of breast cancer. My mom died at 42. Her mom died at 49. Actually, I should mention that I'd gone to have some genetic testing done first, and I was found to be BRCA1 positive, which was not at all surprising. I did a prophylactic double mastectomy with a reconstruction from my stomach. It was a tram flap. The date was set, and you have all the kids' schedules ready and the meals prepared and the play dates, and you have the bags of presents for them so they don't miss mommy too much. And they were quite small at the time. They were 7, 5, 3, and 1. So I figured I could get away with not telling them too much. But after that, everything will go back to normal. That was the plan. That's not what happened. The doctor called, and I thought she was just calling to see how I was doing. And she didn't sound right on the phone. I remember getting tunnel vision. I just didn't really understand what she was saying. It was kind of like, that teacher on Charlie Brown. It was wah, 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 cancer, wah, 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 have to come in and have more surgery. I felt like I was in a castle, and I put barriers around the castle, and then I put a moat around the castle, and there were crocodiles in there, and there were guards beyond that, and I was so protected. How could you possibly get at me? And my mom was diagnosed at 40, and I did this at 34. So in my unmedically trained brain, I felt that I've got a 6-year padding, all good to go. And somehow this thing just tunneled under the guards and the moat and the crocodiles, and it just came right up through the castle floor, and there it was. Sharsheret just understood me as a person. They understood me as an individual. They didn't just say, oh yes, you've got this, so let's recommend that, or oh yes, we've heard that 1,000 times before, we'll just tell you what we tell everybody. It almost felt tailor-made. There was never a sense of been there, done that. There was never a sense of familiarity in that it was boring, or oh, here comes another one. They had all the time in the world for me. They still have all the time in the world for me. And no one has all the time in the world for anyone, let's face it. But I just felt like they understood that I'm not like everybody else. Because I'm sure that every single person that goes through this feels that I'm somehow different. I'm not like everybody else. And we're not. And that was important to me, that they know that this is my ordeal. And they validated that. They recognized it. Whatever I wanted to talk about, that's what we talked about. But they always got me back on track.
The initial diagnosis of cancer is very scary. You have to deal with it, you have to accept it, you have to think about it, you have to perhaps think about life plans. It's real. I mean, it's the worst 3 words many people have ever heard: you've got cancer. My doctor called me and said there's something irregular in your pap smear. I didn't think anything of it, that's very common. Follow-up biopsies and tests, and ultimately a hysterectomy showed that I had ovarian cancer, which began in my fallopian tubes. During one of my rounds of chemo, it took quite a toll on me. This is the one where I lost my hair, I lost 30 pounds, and I lost all my strength and all my energy. I've always been independent. People always have said to me, oh, Beverly, you're so independent. I never wanted to ask for help. I never wanted to need help, but with cancer, all the rules are out the window. Sharsheret is available to me whenever I need someone. If I need to call one of the social workers, if I need some support, if I have some questions, if I have questions about genetics, Sharsheret is there for me. I know I can reach someone, I can email someone, I can ask a question. One of the things I enjoy with Sharsheret is our monthly phone calls, the program called Embrace. Each month, people dial in from all over the country. Sometimes it's just a handful of us, sometimes it's many more. We're always guided by one of Sharsheret's clinical workers who has a topic, a speaker, and we listen to the speaker. We have opportunities to talk, but it's also an opportunity to share. The last conversation we had, it was all about laughing, and the entire 60 minutes, everyone just laughed, and it was great. And now I'm trying to use that. One of the tips I got was just smile, and you just feel better. When I was first diagnosed, I was saying, I'm not going to buy the large size shampoo bottle. I don't know if I'm going to live long enough to use it. That didn't last long. And now I'm buying 2 shampoo bottles because I'm going to show them. In some ways, I'm partying like a rock star and just enjoying and appreciating life more than I ever did.
I mean, every story is unique, but when you're a young woman, it's like so unexpected. It's so unexpected. You know, you're like hoping to have a baby, right? Like just like all your friends, right? Like, and then, you know, life kind of changes on you and you feel like the ground under you gives way. I'm telling you, when you get diagnosed, you're just like, am I gonna die, right? You're 27 and you're asking yourself, are you gonna die? And I still ask myself, am I gonna die, right? And no, we're all gonna die, right? But am I gonna die before I'm 30? My doctor said to me, just my regular, like health services, nothing fancy. She told me that she felt a lump. Once it became clear what was going on, everything happened very quickly. I had surgery, and then chemo, and then radiation. Yeah, they threw the whole thing at me. You lose your hair. That's surprising. I had like really long hair, very like, and that was like part of me, right? And then you realize like your hair is not really what defines you. I shaved off my hair. I looked cool. Yeah, but my friends were like, yeah, see, maybe I wouldn't have thought I looked so cool. My friends were like, you look like Natalie Portman, you know, stuff like that. You're going through cancer, but it's not just you. It's your mom. Your mom loves you. Your mom who like raised you from when you were a baby and who's like so emotional. It's like she sees you going through these like horrible things, you know, your brothers, your husband. Can you imagine? It's like you just got married and like all of a sudden your whole life, all your hopes are like, you know, everything changes, right? So when you're a young woman, you're just like, especially like since I didn't know anyone with breast cancer, I was just like, what is going on? I don't have anyone who's like me. And Sharsheret was a place where I did. Sharsheret's tailored to me, right? To my needs as a Jewish woman, to my needs as a young woman, as a young Jewish woman. These are all different things. And, you know, I think Sharsheret speaks to all of that. You know, I felt like my link, she's just like me, right? She's from a very similar community, and I didn't have to, you know, we could just talk about the issues and not have to get over any cultural, social differences so much. For me, that was really helpful because you are so scared, and I just didn't have to explain myself. I could just, it was like coming home, you know what I mean? It was just like a touchstone where I just felt safe, and I just felt like everything that I was saying, I was understood. And I was cared for, and I was loved, you know, for who I am, and I am all those things. I am a Jewish woman who had breast cancer. So, and I hope that, you know, Sharsheret gives other people strength as it's given me strength, and I hope that I can give to Sharsheret as Sharsheret has given to me. That's what I got.
I am Sharsheret.
I am Sharsheret, and I am a link in the chain.
I am Sharsheret, and I am a link in the chain, and every link matters.